The earthquake occurs when sins are done. That's why the scholars, they say the minute earthquake happens, it's highly recommended for the person to seek refuge in Allah and ask for forgiveness. When it happens, A'udhu billah, Allahumma ghfir lana, Allahumma yani tawbah and istighfar. That's the best thing to do. Because what brought this is what? Sins. Now, are we saying that the scientific explanation of what occurred and how these two plates of that might have another explanation? By the way, this concept that there can't be multiple explanations for things is an illogical absurdity. Yani, I don't normally suggest non-Muslims' works, and I don't advise people to read their stuff. But as I said before, al-hikmatu dallatul mu'min, that the wisdom is the lost property of the believer. Wherever you find it, you take it, right? There's a non-Muslim Christian. His name is called John Lennox. He has a book called Can Science Explain Everything? It's called what? Can Science Explain Everything? It's worth reading. Because atheists claim, you're telling me God is the one that's making earthquake happen, and we scientifically can explain it. I'll say, yeah, there's multiple explanations. That's how you're talking about how Allah is making the earthquake happen, but you're not telling me why. Why did he do it? Does that make sense? Just like, so John Lennox gives this example where he says a cup of tea. There's a scientific explanation where you pour the water into the cup, and then once you do that, the molecules are agitated. Well, okay, that's scientific explanation, and that's what causes the water to become hot, and then scientific explanation. And there's another explanation, which is I just want a cup of tea. So I want a cup of tea is an explanation. Because I wanted a cup of tea. So we're explaining to you why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made this occur here and didn't make it occur over there. And this is because of what? Al-ma'asi. Because atheists, what did they try to say? The God of the gaps. You guys claim God does this, and like for example, they use Greece and ancient Greece, where they used to claim that the rain is because of Zeus would be this and that would be that. And then when science came, it just got rid of all of those explanations, and the only explanation that's remaining is scientific explanation. That's nonsense. There is a hikmah and a wisdom of why Allah does something subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is something very important, brothers. Science will explain to us how Allah does things, but it never gets rid of the fact that there is a doer who's doing this. Like for example, my children, Allah has a great example, and there's nothing we can compare him to, but I'm just trying to, my children, when they see me drive, because I'm a very good driver, they don't know what I'm doing with acceleration and how so they always say to me, Dad, how do you know the car next to you, you're not going to hit it? They can see me do it, but they don't have the tafasil and how I'm doing this and how sharp my driving is and what's causing it. They don't know that. But as they grow older, does it become clear to them? They realize what Dad is doing, that he knows the measurement of the car. He has a feeling that this can squeeze into this place or not. Them knowing more about how I drive, whether I use the tip of my toe or this and that, does not omit the fact that I'm the driver. The more they learn about my driving, does it mean that it omits me being the driver? Does that make sense? The more science explains the way things around us are happening, the more it just shows us, wow, this is how Allah does it. Make sense? Tabaraka wa ta'ala.